What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. We're now a few days removed from the exciting reveal of MW3, and I totally get the community's excitement and their praise for MW3. Whether it was Twitter or Reddit or YouTube, it felt like collectively the Call of Duty community was pretty supportive of what they've seen and heard from MW3. And that's great. I'm glad that people are excited, and I'm not trying to take away their excitement. What I'd rather do is I'd like you guys to just be a little bit more critical. Don't overhype the game, because what's going to happen is your expectations are going to soar super high and then the game's going to disappoint you. We need to temper those expectations. We can't go in thinking this is going to be a top 5 Call of Duty. We can't go in expecting that this is going to be the Call of Duty that saves the franchise. No, no. We have to stay diligent. We have to stay critical. We have to be honest with Sledgehammer Games. If Sledgehammer wants this to be a top 5 COD, if they want it to be the COD that fixes the franchise, then it is up to them to put the work in and the effort in to consistently make the changes necessary to uphold the quality that this community demands. It is up to us as a community to collectively be critical. Praise when there's praise. And honestly, I have praised MW3 for a lot of the features they put in the game. I've also criticized MW2 and Infinity Ward for not putting any of these features into the game. I still think it's a major knock on MW2, and I think it's kind of embarrassing that it took them a year to fix the minimap, to fix the perk system, to fix Dead Silence being a perk, and so many other problems that this game faced. And I think that we need to be reminded of that fact that it took them a year to fix major problems. What if MW3 releases and there's major problems to the gameplay that affect the quality of life? And once again, we have to wait a full year for anything to change. I think that's pretty unacceptable. And I think that we all need to collectively be on top of Sledgehammer Games and give them our honest feedback. We can't just blindly go in to the game and say, wow, this is perfect, this is everything we wanted, unless that is a true reflection of how we feel. And I will doubt that that's going to be the collective feeling of the community when the game releases. This is still a Sledgehammer game. We have to be reminded of that. Even though Treyarch's helping with the zombies, the core gameplay is from Sledgehammer. They are utilizing a lot of assets from MW2 because, once again, this is just a glorified update. But regardless of that, the gameplay is Sledgehammer. And they don't have the best track record of releasing the best Call of Duty games. They don't have the best track record of fixing major issues in their game. Hello, shipment from Call of Duty Vanguard. They also have problems with weapon balancing, which we saw throughout the World War II life cycle and also in the Advanced Warfare game. We can't just simply forget about this. Yes, history sometimes is not indicative of the future, but when we look at what Call of Duty has done when it is under the reins of Sledgehammer Games, we have to be honest with ourselves. It hasn't been great. And I'd love for them to change the script, for them to actually push forward and become a really good developer, a developer that we can all trust to make good games. And while I'm being critical of Sledgehammer, I'm also going to praise them for a second. What they decided to do in World War II to change that game, and they gave it a huge facelift about 7-8 months into the game's life cycle. That was a big risky play for them, and it worked. It made the game better, but the issue still remains: why did it take you 6 months to do this major overhaul? Why didn't you try to push it earlier? It's going to be a tall task for Modern Warfare 3 to ride the wave of their hype all the way through to Season 1 to Season 2 to be able to retain their core player base, and that's what I'm curious about here. Is there enough here for Sledgehammer Games to be able to maintain a solid core player base? Because what we've seen in the past, especially with MW2, is as great as the hype machine is, it doesn't last forever, and you need to find ways to keep it going. You need to be injecting the game with solid content consistently. We can't be having lackluster Season 1 and Season 2 launches like what MW2 had. And even Call of Duty Vanguard didn't have that great of Season 1 or Season 2. Like, it's up to the game to constantly grow and evolve. And if you don't commit yourself to that early on, it's just going to fall flat. And the Modern Warfare 2 maps are great. I love the inclusion of them. But it still kind of hurts because I want Modern Warfare 2 remastered. I want that game. I want a game that is so similar to the original MW2 from 2009 with a fresh coat of paint and with some of the biggest issues fixed so that that game can live in infamy as one of the best games in the Call of Duty franchise. Unfortunately, it seems as if I have to settle for this. I just don't know what the outcome's going to be yet. I would love to be on your side of the fence, those that are hyped for this game, those that are giving instant praise to Call of Duty. It would make my life a lot easier. I'd be able to make consistent videos talking about how great everything is. But it's really hard for me to be consistently positive about Call of Duty when I look at the track record of what we've seen out of Sledgehammer Games, out of Activision titles over the last few years, and it just leaves a lot to be desired. Yes, things sound really good on paper. Let's wait until they are put into practice before we just levy as much praise as we possibly can. So, in short, in conclusion, to wrap this all up, can we please watch the hype for Modern Warfare 3? Can we tone it down a level? Can we temper our expectations so that we can go into a very healthy state for this game from the get-go? We have to be critical with aspects of the game, but also praise other aspects. You know, not everything needs to be doom and gloom. Some things can be positive, some things can be negative. That's the give and take of this industry. So as we march forward to the beta, to more reveals, to more information, I want us to go in with a critical mindset, a mindset that is about trying to make Call of Duty as great as it can be. But that's all the time I have for today's video. I thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below on how you feel about Modern Warfare 3. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.